Hey everybody, happy Sunday. I hope that wherever you are and whatever you are doing, you are having an amazing weekend. I'm trying to put chickens to bed right now. Go! Charlie is in the back, not very happy. And there is Ashley, looking curious because Ashley, she is my sweet lavender Orpington and she's always curious as to what it is I am doing. And it's actually been a really nice day. I'm recording this midweek before we publish this on a Sunday. And it's actually the longest day when I'm filming this. So happy solstice. I hope you all had a lovely day if you in fact celebrated. It's sad to think that the nights are going to draw in starting tomorrow. But the temperatures are going to stay nice and warm. And I think it's going to be a really nice growing season. Why do I think that? Well, one reason, ta-da! The greenhouse is complete. I say complete. The last time we showed you this, it was just garden boxes. And now it's a proper greenhouse. We haven't got kind of a cover on the bottom here, because the greenhouse is actually a good couple of feet higher than it should be. So originally this greenhouse was designed so the bottom of that door was level with the ground, but obviously we put these lovely big cedar boxes. They're cedar boxes made with cedar fence posts. Each box is 20 feet long and about 3.5, 4 feet wide. There's a lot of soil in there, let me tell you, because I moved all of them. Now, if in previous Sunday chicken and garden updates, you would have seen these tomatoes going in, and now you can see they've got drip irrigation. They're doing really well. Ghost, did you put your ball in a tomato? Yes, I did, Mum. And then over on this side, you wouldn't have seen this because this was done a couple of weeks ago after I filmed the last Sunday I'm using in chicken and garden update. We've got some watermelons in here. Don't throw your ball on top of my plants. We've got some lemon cucumbers, some pickling cucumbers, some regular cucumbers, and at the far end we have some peppers there. Now the steps are because this can be rolled up. It's actually got two different things here. So it's got a mesh. It's got a mesh door, and then on the outside it's waterproof. So if we want to protect the inside from having too many things coming in, but we want to keep the rigidity of the structure, we open up the plastic, but then leave this because it helps keeps it rigid when when the wind is blowing hard through here. But it's just got little clips at the top there, which is very nice. And then you can see all of these have roll-up windows, which is very nice. They're all Velcro attaching. That is hemp bedding for the chickens. Don't mind me, it was just the driest, easiest place for me to put it when I went and picked it up the other day. But you'll see we've actually attached the frame of the greenhouse to the lumber here using special screws, or not really special screws, just roofing screws. And then we've created the structure here. And having a power driver really made this a whole lot easier to do. But check this out. We have some tomatoes growing. They're taking a while, but we've got some tomatoes on there. There are a couple of tomatoes on there. And these tomatoes are all starting to kind of think about getting a move on. And they're really making a big change moving forward. You'll also note, sorry River, you'll also note that we've got some lovely wood chips here. These wood chips were made at home. So obviously we had offcuts of wood when we were making these, and my wife ran them through her saw stop, her circular saw, and then we have a wood chipper, and obviously both electrically powered, of course. We put everything through the wood chipper, and now we've got some nice mulch to go on the bottom of the ground of the greenhouse. Things in the vegetable patch, though, are also going incredibly well. Forgive the excess grass, but this is our sweet corn plot, and everything is going really well, with the exception of a few weeds here and there. We've also got our onions really coming on incredibly well. We've got our sprouts coming up, our Brussels sprouts. We've got one sprout that is not sprouting much. We think that was a gopher. You know the problems we have with gophers. Luckily though, we have this rosemary here, which I think distracts them, and that's helping. Over this side though, it's Formula E this weekend, so I don't have to cook Friday or Saturday, but Sunday I'll be home, and I think we're going to have one of these for lunch on Sunday with our Sunday dinner. Look at these. Aren't they looking incredible? This lovely, lovely broccoli, purple heading broccoli, looking incredible. Also looking incredible are some of the peas that are growing. You can see we've got some peas forming here. Not quite enough yet to take inside and enjoy, but definitely getting there. And our runner beans are running incredibly well also. Where's Sky? Sky! Sky is inside the chicken enclosure eating chicken poo. You probably didn't need to know that, but look, she's right over there. Because I put the chickens away. Dogs like chicken poo. It's a thing. All of the dogs eat chicken poo, and then they come up and give you a big wet kiss. It's one of the downsides of dog ownership, I think. Anyway, of course, you wash your face afterwards, and you keep your mouth closed. We've got some courgettes, or zucchinis, as you call them here in the States. We've got all of our squashes and pumpkins. They're doing incredibly well. And we have strawberries coming. We've got, I think, 1 or 2 turning red down there. You might be able to see some red down there. And then over here past the garlic, we have more strawberries. And there's one here that looks very red indeed. In fact, look at that one. That is not 100%, but it's definitely better. Sky, come here. You've not had a strawberry before. Come here. You get to try a strawberry. Can you sit? No, can you sit? Show me you sit. Good girl. She's like, I don't know what to do with this. Ghost, meanwhile, he put his, the noise you can hear is Ghost. He put his ball in with the end of the melons, and he can't reach it. So let's help him out there. I told you not to do it. Look, right down there by the melons. Anyway, this past week has been really nasty. It's just, there's been a lot going on in my personal life. There's been a lot going on work-wise. The team have been working really hard. It's rained a lot, so it put a lot of pressure on our filming. And it's really nice to not have to worry about the garden. The garden is taking care of itself at the moment. One thing that does need our attention in the garden though is the grass. It's very long right now, as you can see. We've just been so busy, we haven't had a chance to cut the lawn. And then there's an amazing person who supports this channel, who is at some point when they've finished it and they've got the time to do it, and I've got the time to meet up with them, we're going to be taking ownership of an electric garden tractor that will make so light work of this. I cannot wait to try it out. But I'm going to, because life is like that sometimes. So the grass is actually looking really good back here. And it's nice to have it longer at this time of year because it helps retain the moisture. I know it's kind of tempting to have the grass kind of bowling green short. Not that I've ever cut grass bowling green short, and the ground is so uneven here, it would be terrible. But it is nice to have it longer because it retains the moisture. And of course, it encourages things like bumblebees and other pollinators to your garden. And they are essential to having a good microclimate. Huh. Look at this. This is a first blackberry of the season. Very low to the ground, so I'm not going to eat it. Sky, Ghost, River. Come on, doggos. They're all off in the bushes because it's that time of night and they can smell fun things. and they want to go and explore. And I've been out here a while, especially the collies are getting a bit bored. Check out the apple tree. The apple tree is looking incredible. I'm probably going to end up losing some of these apples. They will naturally fall off. As Kate Walton Elliott was telling you last week, apple trees will shed some of their apples. But look how many beautiful apples we've got so far. They are looking incredible and I cannot wait to taste them. This is going to be the first season we've been able to eat apples from that tree, and the same, I think we've had 1 or 2 from this tree in the past, but it's the first time we're going to get serious numbers of apples, so I'm very, very excited. Despite it being wet this week, the ground has just soaked up all of that moisture really, really quickly, so all of my tubs need watering again, and I want to show you this. So these are my parsnips, and I'm going to call a dog here. Sky! Sky! Come on! Good boy, Ghost. They're back. They ran off. So where was I? Yes, these are my parsnips. They're doing incredibly well. They withhold a lot of the moisture under their leaves, so they're doing just great. And this is my other batch of parsnips, and you will notice if you are a gardener that that's not a parsnip. This is a potato. It's a volunteer potato that's just shot up in the last couple of weeks. And it looks healthy, so I've decided to leave it. I never realised that you could grow parsnips and potatoes together, but apparently you can. At least I'm going to see if that is in fact the case. Over here, we also have the other potatoes. And I got to cover them because you can boil them, mash them and put them in a stew and they're incredible, and I love taters. So here we have our early crop, and they're waist height now, which is incredible. These ones are salad potatoes. They are not quite as high out of the ground, and then right there you've got our second crop, our main crop, which are slightly different. So I'm going to walk back to the house. Sky! Sky! Come on! She's at that point at the moment where she's selectively deaf, and that can be quite challenging if you have a small dog. We need to put a fence up. I know we talked about it and we still haven't done it. The greenhouse took priority because that enabled us to grow things, but hopefully that will change very soon. I also want to show you my my sunflower Mageddon. Look at them. I'm going to have so many sunflowers here, and lots of mint as well. These are all different types of sunflowers, and they're all looking incredibly beautiful and wonderful, and I cannot wait to see them coming in, and the rest of the border here just looks incredible. This year is honestly the first year that it's felt like we're really making positive changes in the garden, and we're really starting to see the beautiful things that you can do if you have enough space to grow your own veg. And I feel very, very lucky in that, because I know that not everybody gets that. And I have an audience. Ashley is, like I say, she likes to know what's going on, and she saw me setting up, and so she jumped up onto that perch that allows her to see me as I say goodbye to you. I would love to know how your garden is doing. I know I rushed through it, but there's so much going on in our garden, just like Kate last week. And by the way, thanks Kate for doing that. I really enjoy looking around your garden. I do go and see Kate fairly regularly when I'm dropping off press cars, but lately I haven't been to her house. I've been to her other job. So I've missed seeing how her chickens and her garden are doing. Anyway, on that note, we are done with today's video. If you have comments, drop us a polite note in the Discord chat room below in the comments section. You can also reach out to us on Mastodon, or if you're a Patreon supporter, you can do so in the comments there. If you want more, subscribe, hit the bell and follow the links below to regularly support us with a YouTube membership or a Patreon subscription. And you'll also find links to our Ko-fi, Bitcoin and Swag store, as well as that aforementioned Mastodon server. Scrolling on my right is the list of amazing Charged Up supporters, and shout-outs go out to our V2G Patreon supporters. They are Pedro Moura Pinheiro, Alan Tupper, Andrew Martin, Bennett Elder, Brophy Wolf, Chris Maxwell, Cyprian Laplace, Dan Blair, Gordon C, Hey Asker, John Tramal, Carl Fox, Mark Eggleton, Peter Dillinger, Regine Fellows, Sean Tucker, Stefan Fremgen, Stephen Williams, Tazza in the Gong, Paul Bricknell, Tony Moss, Carl Hodgson, Chris Centaur, Denny Hyde, Lance Schall, Linda Irish, Mike Reeder and Paul Nelson. And finally, big thanks to our our off-grid even supporters. They are Paul Conway, Kevin Burrowbridge, Stephen O'Donoghue, Jim Burness, Robert Flannery, Aaron Hahn, Ellery Hensley, Rory Litwin, JP Fagerback, Dave Kitchen, Andrew Glenn, Anonymous Freak, Chris and Michael Johnson, Clay Witt, CPU Freak 101, Eric Knack, Joe Bresney, Joe Hughes, John Henderson, Laura Reynolds, Marcel Ward, Matthew Drobnak, Nigel S, Reggie Watts, Will Grayling, and of course, Ian. They're arguing about who gets to go on the roost where. They do that every night. Don't forget that we make videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday and Saturday on the main channel. They get released a day early if you are a Patreon supporter or a YouTube channel member. And the same is true over here on Sunday for the Take Two and also the Take Two Sunday Musing and the Take Two Chicken and Garden Update, which are both released on a Saturday. Again, if you are a Patreon supporter or a YouTube channel member. I nearly knocked the camera over and that would be bad. I have done that once and I broke it. Anyway, whatever you enjoy next, I hope that the rest of your day is a good one. I will see you soon. And as always, keep evolving.